welcome to Friday Night Football. We are so glad to be here in Enterprise, Alabama. I'm Philip Gilly along with Mark Kinney. We're at the home of the Boll-Weevil Monument Home.
That's correct.
And the City of Progress. We're looking for a fantastic game between the Wildcats and the Auburn Tigers. So the Tigers are coming off a win over Hoover, so they are bumped up to number 2 in the state, Mark. And then also Enterprise is in top 10 as well. So this should be a super matchup between two powerhouse teams.
Yeah, two big teams for Class 7A football. Couldn't ask for anything better. Stands are packed on the Enterprise side. The field looks good. The weather's a little muggy, but it's nice out tonight, and looking forward to a good ball game. Yep,
I know you've done a little research and did some, with your plethora of knowledge, I always like that word. Anyway, so on some Enterprise goings on and what coach is thinking. So give us a little insight on what the Wildcats are looking like tonight.
Yeah, this year they have a new coach, Ben Blackman, first year. He was really excited to get his first win last week against Bay. And did well. I think they won 28-7 on that. They kind of changed up their offense. They were single wing T last year. This year they've gone to more of a spread. They moved a wide receiver into quarterback. His name is Aiden White. Their main feature back in the back is Amir Griffin. He's pretty much going to tote the rock most of the times. Now, if they do go to 2 running backs, they will bring in Michael Johnson off the side. And he is kind of a little quick twitch guy. He already has offers from Tulane in South Florida, and he's really only 500 yards away from breaking the school record for receiving. So looking hopefully to be can do something against this great Auburn defense.
Yeah, and that is one of their definitely their strength. You know, like I said, they're coming off a win against Hoover, highly ranked Hoover. They was up 1 or 2, and they beat them 17-14 with a last 2 or 3 minute field goal by Mr. Towns. McGow
looked like.
Yep, and so that's good. But, got a great passing game. So they got a senior quarterback, number 13, Clyde Pittman. Watch him. He'll be starting the game. And they had a 76-yard throw. He did, and he also had a 15-yard 20. He threw for 140 yards. So that's pretty strong. So they threw for more than they ran. Now they do have a really good running back, Devon Williams. He is extremely fast and elusive. So and their defense stopped Hoover 3 times, if not 4 times, on 4th down. And they also made them fumble a couple times. So I look for a defensive battle here, and if we have some offensive standout or big offensive plays, I think it's going to make the points difference, Mark.
Yeah, and talking to Coach Blackman, he feels that the best part about his team is his defense. So this could be a knockdown, drag-out fight. But he was highly concerned because he has no defensive line returning. And I saw an article from the coach from Auburn High, Etheridge, stated that probably he's had the best offensive line he's ever had. So, and it's led by Braden Joyner, the left tackle, who's already committed to Auburn to play. So I imagine he's going to pound it on them and lean on those big boys.
Yeah. Auburn did a great job on 16 Tigers. Coach Etheridge said got in on a play of some sort. So so again, we cannot do this program without our sponsors, so we definitely want to be thankful for those. Our aerial view today, we got kind of cool, got a drone happening today, sponsored by Tri-State Parking Lot Maintenance. We thank them for their support. So we also, that's something new, so it's kind of cool. So other sponsor, Clear to Close Group, all your real estate needs, they can handle it from A to Z. Harley Davidson of Dothan, live to ride now. Get that wind in your hair, which I have none. So also Holland Motorsports, so they can hook you up with everything. Southeast Help. All right, where do you go when you need to be some medical attention? Call Bob, HVAC. All your HVAC needs, be cool, call Bob. Also, Zach's in Slocum, one of the premier restaurants around. Got the buffet, all you can eat, and I'll fill up and sew up when I go there, buddy.
Yeah, I hurt every time I get done eating there.
All right, so we have seeing who's going to get the offense, who's going to be the defense. So it looks like Enterprise declined. So it looks like they're going to be kicking the ball off to Auburn offense. So we're going to get some offensive play from our quarterback, Mr. Clyde Pittman. They also, that 76-yard pass was to Logan Blomeyer, number 3. And tell you what, I watched it on replay, and Clyde, he chunked it out there a good ways. It was a 40-yard at least pass, so he's got a strong arm.
Well, they have over 160 players on varsity, so I would imagine they have, as your word like to use, plethora of wide receivers on the sidelines to bring in. And they've been a good football team the last 4 or 5 years, Auburn has, and I expect them to be really good tonight. And hopefully Enterprise will show up and be physical with them, and this is going to be a good ball game because they have the athletes. They just have to be physical with them up front, point of contact.
Yeah, I agree. They're going to have to execute against this Auburn team, and they got the players to do it as well. So, you know, on the home field, got a great stands here full of fans to cheer them on, so it should be a great ball game.
Looking forward to it. And I think it's going to – this turf is beautiful. This is the first time I've ever seen this turf before. It looks nice.
Yeah.
Out here.
The Wildcat Stadium here in Enterprise is absolutely top-notch. It's almost like a college. So the Auburn Tigers are running on the field, led by the cheerleaders, and they travel well. Got a good group over there as well. They're fired up about this Auburn team. All right, we want to welcome our TV audience in. We are glad you're able to be with us here in the City of Progress, Enterprise, Alabama, between this matchup between the Auburn Tigers and the Enterprise Wildcats, a huge 7A battle that's going to be going on. Both of these teams, again, ranked in the top 10. So both of them have great coaches, super players, very, very talented on both ends of the ball. And, you know, when you get to this level, you ain't got to go flop from offense to defense. You got an offensive team and you got a defensive team. Unlike the game we called last weekend with the Headland and Geneva, where you have a lot of players going both ways. So I don't think we'll see as many, you know, timeouts as far as having Charlie horses and cramping up, because, you know, they're able to not have to go both ways, Mark.
Yeah, and I think, you know, Coach Blackman had this game circled early this summer. So this is one of the games that you do not have to motivate your kids, because they're excited and they want to knock down one of the premier teams in the state. So I expect Enterprise to come out and be fired up. Hopefully they play under control, play good, solid football, make good decisions, no turnovers. I think this will be a good ball game.
All right, the Wildcats are getting set to kick off. Number 63, like he's getting the ball, Mr. Bradley Rathburn, getting it situated just like he likes it, so he can put that big foot in it. And that's about the heftiest kicker I've seen in a while there, Mark.
Yeah, he looked like he could be a fullback / tight end for him as well.
The Auburn Tigers got 3 deep for this return. It's going to be taken by number 6. And he is going to get a small gain out to about the, about an 19-yard line.
Nice tackle by number 5, Eric Winters there. The defensive back made a good play, pursued him well. They closed off the lanes, did like they're supposed to, and so far so good for Enterprise.
Number 13, Clyde Pittman, quarterback, is in there. Again, he's a senior, 6'1", 185, so he's not no small youngin' either. Looks fantastic. I mean, you can tell he's an athlete.
Yeah, they look like a college team on the sidelines and on the field.
They come out with a pass to number 3, Logan Blomeyer, who had that 76-yard reception last week. So, you know, quick slant, quick fire, a good call. I mean, you know, gets the positive yards on the first down play, beginning of the ball game. So that picks up 9, be 2nd and 1 on the 28-yard line.
A nice simple slant route to get the quarterback in the groove, get in a rhythm. Nice tackle by John Tavius Wooten. The 4 linebackers on this team are really the heart and soul of this. When I talked to Coach Blackman, the one thing he said was that we pursue the ball well. Their speed, they're aggressive. They just have to play fundamentally sound football. And he thinks he can stay with the Auburn offense. And so far, on play like that, this is a big third down with 1 to go.
Yeah, I believe it's true. I say just don't give up the big play. It's going to be a handoff to number 5. And he is going to get the first down. That is Devon Williams. He is one of their go-to running backs, so he will be at a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Auburn 32-yard line.
I would imagine anything short, they're going for it. They're going to probably run to the left side behind the Joyner young man who's already committed to Auburn, big-time recruit. Georgia was wanting him. Alabama was wanting him. So I would imagine I'll be running behind him if they need something short.
All right, that was a fake handoff, and the quarterback, Coach Clyde Pittman, did take it right up the middle, and he can run. He ran for 26, 30, almost 30 yards last weekend. So arm, and he's mobile, and again, he's a big kid. So that's going to be 2nd and 1, so that's a 9-yard gain.
That was a nice read option that he read the defensive end and kept it himself and got a nice 9-yard gain.
Wow, big hole up the middle on the right side of that Auburn offensive line. So he was not touched until he was tackled at the Enterprise 45-yard line. So that was a good, when I can say he had all kind of, I could have run through there, and that's saying a lot.
Yeah, Eric Winters made a nice open field tackle, number 5, to prevent a long gain. Enterprise is going to do a better job of meeting him at the point of contact. Don't let him get 10, 12 yards down the field.
Well, he went right. This time he went left. Again, that's number 5. Devon Williams had a lead blocker out there, pulling guard out there, so he kind of just got in the way and gave him plenty of room, and another big 15, 20-yard pickup. So they got all the way down to the Enterprise 21-yard line, 1st and 10, and they are on the move with 9:14 left in this first quarter.
Yes, nice tackle by Keandre Matthews there. Came over and saved a game touchdown.
Absolutely beautiful pass. You know, I talked about Clyde Pittman right there before the game started about his arm. Not only can he throw it far, he can have touch with it. That was just a drop pass over the right shoulder, and it was absolutely perfect. Yeah,
Ian Nation there with the catch in the corner. Nice fade route. Coach Blackman said they'll pound you, then they'll try the shot over the top, and he's exactly right. That's what they did, and moved down the field pretty effortlessly. One good play by Enterprise defense, but hopefully maybe they may have a little nerves playing the beginning and kind of settle down a little bit, and hopefully Enterprise can come back here and make something of it.
So the PAT, call by PAT was good by number 35. So of the Auburn Tigers, so they again, 8:51, so didn't take a whole long time. Had 2 big run plays by Devon Williams, and then that beautiful touch pass into the corner of the end zone by Clyde Pittman to Ian, and 7-0 ball game, Mr. Kenny.
Yeah, that was, if you were the Auburn coach, I don't think you could draw them up any better. They came in, they didn't, the ball never touched the ground through the air, and the line did their job and moved the defensive line back. So I think you have there for Auburn, they should be excited the way this game has started out.
Absolutely, and the PAT was made by number 35, Will Best. So they have a PAT kicker, and I think they got a field goal kicker, which is the one that made the field goal last week. It was the 36-yard field goal with less than 3 minutes left, so clutch field goal there.
Yeah.
So you know you got that in your back pocket.
That's right. It's nice to have a backup kicker that can kick like that, for sure. Look at Mr.
Well, Mark Kenny, I guess that's how you answer a football touchdown. from the other team is just running back all the way on the kickoff. I don't see a flag on the field.
And that's Mr. Michael Johnson, the one with the quick twitch. And as you saw the quick twitch, unbelievable.
Yeah, he took that at about the 20. So, it's an 80-yard run. And like I say, the great blocking. Don't give him away because he had a seam. And once he broke through, though, number 35, the kicker for Enterprise, Will Bass, tried his best to catch him, but that was a no contest there.
That'll probably be the last time we kick the ball to number 7, I would imagine. We have a squib kick or a pooch kick or something. Mr. Michael Johnson there, again, that's one of the guys that got 2 or 3 offers already from Division I schools, and he keeps making plays like that. You may see him on the SEC games. Have a flag here. Looks like a legal substitution on somebody.
Yeah, Enterprise was trying to get their kicker out, so.
On Auburn, they must have 12 players in the hustle.
Yeah. That's one way to try to block the punt.
I was going to see if they were going to accept it or not. These kickers sometimes are very finicky. They like to kick from the same spot. So they don't want that extra yard for some reason. Yeah. They want to decline it, and that's what Enterprise did, was decline it and leave it where it's at.
Well, when you practice, you don't move it. You stay where it's going to be because 99% of the time that's where it's going to be. So the call by PAT by number 81, Andrew Pickard, is good. So with 8:35 left in the first quarter, we got ourselves a tie ball game. Now, we talked earlier before the game started about the big plays, and that's going to make a thing, and that was a big one.
Yeah, and, it's the beginning of the game, so the defense shouldn't be too worn out on that first drive. I know the offense didn't get to show up for Enterprise, but looks like now that the Enterprise defense can maybe settle down a little bit. Understand that they got to play their gaps, play positions like they're supposed to, and stop them and give that offense a chance, because obviously they have the playmakers and the speed that can make things happen.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Blackman was on the sideline just as talking as fast as he could, and then when he saw the play develop, he was probably talking a little faster to get his defense into position and try to fix some of those things that caused the problem with Auburn being able to run so good on those, especially those 2 big holes on the right side and left side. All right, number 3, Logan Blomeyer was he started on the left side of the field and went to the right, but he did get out to the 32-yard line, the Auburn 32 line. So nice little run back. That's a decent field position. So they'll take over 1st and 10, actually at about the 35-yard line.
Nice tackle by John Anderson. Defensive back came up, made the play, and hopefully we can settle down and Enterprise can play good defense.
Hey, great pursuit right there. Number 5, Devon Williams, was not wanting to go down. That was a little bit, I don't know if that was a direct snap. It looked like the quarterback, number 13, was supposed to get it, and Devon Williams kind of went inside. So I think it was a little mix-up on that play on exactly who it was supposed to go to and where it was supposed to go.
Well, Keon Dunlop ended up making the play. That's the good part for no gain. The bad part was 3 or 4 guys from Enterprise missed him in the process.
2nd and 9, 8:04 left in the first quarter. The ball on the 36-yard line of Auburn. That was a nice little screen right there. So Clyde Pittman, the quarterback, back pedal, let the defense aggressiveness comes to him, dumps it off to Devon Williams, and he was able to pick up a nice gain, 25-yard gain.
There is a flag on the play. I'm not sure if they're going to have him for horse collar for Enterprise, because he technically didn't pull him down, but no, face mask is what they got him for. So that will be added on to the run of 25 yards.
So that make it all together a 40-yard gain for Auburn. So again, on the move. Auburn doing a good job mixing it up. Some run, couple pass, a nice little screen right there. So that's how you keep a good defense off balance.
Yeah, they're doing a good job and good play calling. They'll do a draw, do a little read option, and then they threw in the screen there. They've already thrown over the top one time. They've hit some slants, so they've pretty much done it all just about. in this opening 2 drives. So that's tough for a defense to try to figure out what you're doing when you can do so much. Looks like number 5 came off the field because of injury.
Got a touchdown, Auburn. Tell you what, Enterprise is getting a big dose of Devon Williams. Again, great blocking out front, and he is hard to bring down. Enterprise got to quit that high tackling. You know, you got to hit these guys low. But, you know, a nice drive. I know the penalty helped, another 15 yards, but, man, that was quick again. Only 6:45 left, you know, in the first quarter. So they scored 2 really quick touchdowns.
They're running to the left side of that line, which is the strength. And Enterprise is going to have to do something to figure that out, or it'll be a long night in Enterprise, Alabama.
PAT is good by number 35, Will Best. Call Bob. PAT, be cool. So here's the replay on that. So you see the blocking out front in the hole. Oh, might have been a little penalty there. Unsportsmanlike conduct after the play, but no call there. So again, with 6:45 here in Enterprise Wildcat Stadium, 14-7. And I thought it was going to be a defensive game. Shows you what I know, Mark. That's why I'm up here and not down there, right?
Well, I tell you what, that offense looking good for Auburn. I'm not sure exactly what they worked on this week, but they did it well. Whatever they did, they look like they're well prepared. They're making the good plays.
Well, Coach Edwards said he said in the last game that they moved the ball, they just didn't make the points. He said they were able to move it, and he was very pleased with what his offense is doing. They just couldn't get it in the end zone.
Well, it's always nice when you have a big line, too, that you can just run behind.
Yeah.
If all else fails, just hand it off and let you see the big guys do the work. And sometimes they don't get enough credit because number 5 does all the touchdowns, and nobody never calls their names out, but that line's doing a good job for him tonight so far.
All right, Will Best with a big boot. Takes it almost back to the end zone. All right, nice run back. He started at his own end zone and got back to about his own 29-yard line, where the Enterprise Wildcats will be doing their first snap. So they do have a decent field position at 29-yard line. So nice return.
Nice tackle by Pete Davis for Auburn there. As we saw the first time, you give him just a little bit of a crease, he'll take it to the house. So well done staying in his lane and making the play.
Wow, that's some serious pursuit for the left side of that D-line. The handoff was number 3, Amari Griffin, but he barely got the ball before they was 3 Auburn Tigers on top of him.
Well, again, last week, if you were watching us, we talked about how they would move the strong safety into the box, and that's what they're doing now. They don't think Enterprise can throw on them. They've got 10 guys within 6 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Man, that was a nice little dump pass there. The redirection, every receiver, everything was looking, going to the left, had one little spice that snuck out to the right, and it was wide open for probably about a 30-yard gain.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're going to have to spread it up and make the throws like this with, 6 minutes left. I think now we're about to have the heat timeout. But that's a good first down, making plays. The number 2 and number 7 there, Pete Davis and Andre Emulus ran them out of bounds so that's a good start for Enterprise to let them know that they can move on that defense, because after that first play, that defensive line came in and stopped them 6-7 yards deep in the backfield.
Yeah, so you see it on that last replay where, like I say, they move everybody, so the defense was going to the left side. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a minute.
We want to make it clear
what comes first here.
At Southeast Health, we're improving quality
and keeping our patients safer.
with best practices and improved processes.
We're delivering safer care.
and more satisfied patients.
as a result. Our hospital earned an A for patient safety from Leapfrog.
an elite designation recognizing our high standards.
We made the commitment.
We earned the grade.
We did it for you.
Southeast, always the right direction.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
Thank you. Again, thank you for tuning in for the this football matchup. We're seeing a great one. So just in the first quarter, 6 minutes left in the first quarter, but we're seeing some good. We got a movement there on Auburn. The Enterprise Wildcats is moving back about 5. But we thank you for tuning in with us, and thank you to our sponsors for allowing us to be able to bring high school football in the Wiregrass area to you at your home.
Looks like Enterprise was trying to mix up their cadence and to try to keep Auburn back instead of pinning their ears, and actually came against them that time with a false start. Looked like on the left side of that offensive line for Enterprise.
So that gives them 1st and 15 from their own 39-yard line. Another little quick pass out to number 3, Amari Griffin. Gains back just to about the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit, the original line of scrimmage, a little bit more. So it looked like about a 7-yard gain, gives them 2nd and 8 from their own 41-yard line.
Nice tackle again by Pete Davis. I believe that's his 3rd tackle already in this first quarter.
Handoff from the left side, the left side. Going to gain about 4 or 5, got pushed out of bounds. Number 25 for Auburn tried to sneak in there and get him in the backfield, but he was a little bit too elusive for him.
And again, Mr. Pete Davis pushed him out of bounds, brings up about a 3rd and 5 here with 5:25 left in the first quarter.
Got a whistle on the field.
Not sure what that
I
was.
don't either. I don't see a timeout indicator, so they're just talking it over.
The clock still had 7 or 8 seconds on it, so it wasn't running too close.
Again, we are in Enterprise Wildcat Stadium. 5:21 left in this first quarter. Auburn Tigers leading 14-7 against the Enterprise Wildcats. Enterprise does have the ball. 3rd and 5 on their 45-yard line.
Right now, the coaches are signaling to the quarterback to change the play from the defense they see. So that's why you keep seeing the quarterback look back on the sidelines. That's what he's doing.
Looked like the Auburn Tigers brought a little pressure, and the quarterback scrambled well and threw it. It was a little bit dangerous throw because he had a man right on him there, had an Auburn Tiger, but he had enough arm to get it to there and get a first down, Mark.
A nice catch by Michael Thompson, who took the kickoff back. So that was a great play. Which I believe this time we do have a timeout by Enterprise. Looked like they're having a problem running one of the players off the field. So the coach Enterprise called the timeout here. Thought they did a minute ago, but this time they definitely did to prevent illegal substitution.
Yeah, and I think this is not a bad timeout. I mean, you're moving the ball. Just got a first down. You know, let's make sure everybody settles down. Make sure everybody knows what they're doing. I had a little confusion on that play right there. You know, the quarterback was doing his hand trying to get somebody to come in, so didn't have the right personnel that's on the field. And so, you know, coach, good idea for him to just kind of say, hey, look here, guys, we're moving the ball. Let's execute. Keep doing what we're doing. Get some positive yards. And, you know, sustained drive is awesome because they just had, you know, they scored with a run back on the kickoff. So now if you can generate some offense, that'll give him some positivity there going into their offensive scheme.
And I think what Enterprise is going to try to do is play fast-paced and spread them out so Auburn can't substitute. They know they've got the depth over there, but if they can keep the players on the field, they think they have a better chance, I believe. And that's a good strategy. I like that because if you can look on the sidelines, like we said earlier, they have over 160 kids on varsity football. So you know they've got 4, 5, 6 string over there. They got plenty of kids that can rotate in and out.
Yeah, there's 100 over there right now, looks like, on the sideline. Ain't no telling how many cheese wagons it took to get over here. Oh, nice pressure right there. And he was looking to go deep. That play took way too long to develop with this Auburn Tiger defense. So, you know, he did a fake, was going to look downfield. Watch this replay. I believe that was number 90 coming in there, wasn't it?
I think it's 25. Clark
25,
Cleveland come off the left side, pursued well. Aiden was trying to hit the deep route on number 7, Michael Johnson, but held it just a little bit too long and had time to get back there. See, all changing their defensive scheme after what they see, after bringing both Mike linebackers up to the center.
Oh, nice tackle there. I tell you what, tried to catch him napping a little bit on the end, but the linebacker was just, it wouldn't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, nice job. Number 23, Graham Young, stayed home, made the play, brings up 3rd and long. Looks like it's almost 3rd and about 20. So I would expect Auburn to play prevent, play back, and keep everything in front of them because their offense is moving like a fine old machine right now.
Wow, that's some more negative yards right there. So that play was doing, I tell you what, the Auburn D-line is really penetrating right there and just disrupting the whole play. So they were able to get in the backfield again, and that handoff or little pitch out almost didn't happen, almost was a fumble.
Jackson Fugit made a nice tackle for loss there, and they played great disciplined football on that. It almost looked like they knew they were about to do it. Most of them over-pursued the quarterback, but they kept up the number 3, kept his eyes on him, and great play from the Auburn defense.
So that brings up 4th and at least 25. Auburn punter back is his own 25-yard line, getting set to punt. It will be down at the Tiger 30-yard line, so Auburn will take over there. So, you know, Enterprise was moving it. Mark, you know, got that, then a couple big stops in the backfield, and, you know, all of a sudden you're 4th and 25 and have to punt to this explosive Auburn Tiger offense.
I hate to say this is a very important series to go after on the first period, but I would not want to get behind too many scores to Auburn, the way their offense is moving, because I don't know if Enterprise can stay up with them. So this is a big series here for the Enterprise defense.
Nice breakup out there. It looked like they was going to do like a slant screen again, but it was broken up by the Enterprise Wildcats. I think that was number 9, was it not, Mark?
I think it was him. Number 9 made a nice play, tipped it. It was a screen that they set up before, and Demarion Jones did a great job of tipping the ball and preventing that play from happening.
A nice play, number 3, Logan Blomeyer. You know, he was inside, made a loop route, and got a nice key block on the outside, which sprung him for a 1st down.
A nice play by Iris Knowles there. Nice drag route, ran right behind the linebackers for Enterprise. Made a good play on it, picked up about 30 yards on the play. Very well done.
2:10 left in the first quarter, 14-7. Auburn Tigers.
Looked like offsides on Enterprise. Same thing Enterprise did to Auburn. Auburn did it back to Enterprise. So it looked like it'll bring up 1st and 5 now for Auburn.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. We do have confirmation we're going to be next Friday at Carroll at Rehoboth. So, again, put that on your calendar. Plan to be with us. 1st and 5.
If you watch him do that, he slaps his hand. That's just to try to get the defense to tell what they're doing. Then they look at the coaches from up top. Then they go off of what the defense is doing and change the play.
Quick little out pass. Had a couple blockers in front. Enterprise did a decent job, but he's going to pick up about 4. I don't think he's going to get the first down, but he did pick up probably about 4 yards or so.
And nice. Tyson Cole ran him out of bounds. There looks like brings up about 2nd and 4 maybe with 2:03 left in the first quarter.
Nice defensive play. You know what? But to be honest, you got to credit that secondary for the Enterprise Wildcats for making that happen. He had nowhere to go with that play. Nowhere to throw it to.
And Marzavius Reed made a great play on that. Cut him out on the side. The quarterback thought he had the angle on him. Marzavius Reed, you'll see him come here from the right and did a great job of preventing him from getting up the field.
They thought they was going to get a fake off to Devon Williams and kind of get all the defense headed that way, thinking he's going to get the ball to him. But, you know, again, good discipline on the Enterprise Wildcats and staying with their man and not biting on that.
It's a huge 3rd down right here, 3rd and 11. Hold them off, get them off the field.
Man, nice play. I don't see a flag. I was kind of scared there that there was going to be one, but it's number 8.
Michael Johnson looks like he made a great play on that. You know, one thing Coach Blackman talked about last week, one thing he wanted to improve on was getting off the field after 3rd downs, and that was much needed time for that, for them to stop that Auburn offense who was looking like they were doing what they wanted to do. So that was a nice defense stepping up and making the play.
Absolutely. And it didn't look like Clyde Pittman, the quarterback, did not get a lot on that ball. It was kind of a little duck out there, so he didn't get a lot of zip on it. So that give the defense a chance to run and get that play blocked up, that pass knocked down.
Looks like Michael Johnson is back again to receive the punt for Enterprise. Nice bounce for Enterprise.
That was a nice bounce for Enterprise. Number 33, Towns McGow did a fairly good punt there. They brought pressure and was hoping to block that punt, so he had to kind of get it off quickly. So, but it took that. Oh man, what a beautiful sunset! Beautiful night in the city of Progress, Enterprise, Alabama. Wish you were here, but thank you for at least tuning in with us.
I guess you call that a home field advantage on the bounce?
I guess it was, yeah. It's like a nice pitching wedge there. You know, drew it back. So Enterprise with another chance here. Be 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line. Man, that Auburn Tiger defense has got some pursuit. They are getting in the backfield almost as quick as the handoff is getting to the running back there, Mark.
Yeah, they brought the wide receivers in and to probably give a little extra blocking, but it didn't help Clark Cleveland. Tackle for loss, about 4 or 5 yards in the backfield. Brings up 2nd at about 15. So they're going to do something here.
Yep, winding down on the first quarter. Got about 25 seconds left from the first quarter. So, yeah, we're 2nd and about 14. Auburn Tiger defense again just swarming in the backfield before they even have a chance. Going to lose another 3 or 4 yards with about 4 seconds left. So thank you for being with us. We're going to take a break here, right here at the quarter, and welcome to the second quarter when you come back.
Farmers, They've influenced life in the Wiregrass for generations and play an important role in our local economy. We feel the pride this community has in its agricultural heritage. Watch as we celebrate farmers in our News 4 series, Proud to be a Farmer, on the third Monday of every month during News 4 This Morning and on demand at WTVY.com and the WTVY News 4 app for your favorite mobile or streaming device. News 4's Proud to be a Farmer series is sponsored by Alabama Ag Credit.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
Better morning start with News 4.
Thank you so much for starting your day with us. I'm Justin McNelly.
And I'm Kinsley Centers. This is News 4 This Morning.
Helping you plan your day.
With forewarned weather.
Wake up with us tomorrow morning with everything you need to start your day.
Covering the Wiregrass all morning long. Even some fun along the way.
Get up to speed. News 4, your hometown news leader all morning long. Start your day with Kinsley, Justin, and Amber on News 4 This Morning. Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Carrie McBride with Country Financial.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Just starting first play of the second quarter. Enterprise Wildcats has been moving in the wrong direction. The Auburn Tigers has just been blowing them up inside. They did get some positive yardage on that play, but that's going to bring up a 4th down and 14. So it's another punt situation for the Enterprise Wildcats. And Auburn's defense, I'll tell you what, they ain't scared of them throwing the ball at all.
And I think what you're seeing there is also they weren't trying to go for the first down. People are going to ask why you're running the ball. They don't want a turnover on that part of the field. They just would like to get 3 or 4 yards if they can, kick it off. Let's play defense, and hopefully next time we get the ball back, we're in better field position with 4 downs to go.
Yeah, you don't want to turn that ball over that deep in your own territory. And then also you want to get what positive yardage you can to give your punter a little bit more room. And then again, so you'll be able to hopefully pin them back a little bit. We did get a flag on the play.
It looked like the left
false start.
tight end from false start on Enterprise. You know, that's got to be eating Coach Blackman up. To beat a team like Auburn, you can't have plays like this. And they've already had 3 or 4 penalties even before we start the play. And that's not good.
So that's going to move them back to their own 25-yard line. Auburn Tiger back to receive, standing at his own 40. Tigers just back away from him and let it just fall. It's a pretty good punt. That pins them back at about the 34-yard line. So nice punt by number 63.
It's about a 46-yard punt. Got the roll. And looks like Auburn's going to be setting up. And I think if you ask the Enterprise coach, I know, again, they have to settle here with just a one-possession game, and they don't want to get this 2 or 3 possessions and get behind the 8 ball on here and let them make the plays. So hopefully Enterprise will settle down like they did last time.
Yeah, at least the defense did have some rest. I mean, they did offense made some plays, made some positive yardage. So defense got a little rest. So that's going to help them out. Nice pursuit there.
Nice tackle by number 6. Looks to be John Tavius Hooten there again, made the play on a 2-yard gain for Auburn.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 8. Again, just starting the second quarter, 10:30 left in this quarter before halftime. Nice tackle again. I believe that was, is that number 9? Demarion Jones in with a tackle. Nice pursuit.
I believe it was. Brings up about 3rd and 7 or 8. Again, another big series here. They need to get them off the field and give that offense a chance to tie this game up.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of seemed like it's been lopsided to Auburn, which it has a little bit, but it's one touchdown. One touchdown.
A lot of hand fighting back and forth between both of them. I like that the referee let them play. The ball was really uncatchable. It was 5 to 10 yards down the field.
I don't think either one of them got an advantage by what they was doing. You know, the thing that struck me, though, was Clyde Pittman with the time he had. I mean, he threw it, 30, 40 yards downfield, and there was nobody there. So that O-line, you know, held real well. So.
And I think when he gets back to the sidelines, his coach is going to tell him, hey, at least give your wide receiver a chance. Put it up, get some air underneath it, give him a chance. When you lay it out like he did, hand fighting, it just didn't work out. But now Enterprise hopefully gets the ball back with a high snap, but they get it off. Got a better roll this time.
Got a better Tiger roll this time. Tell you what, that was a risky move, but it sure worked out. So that was number 7, Dylan Baldwin. I mean, that was risky. I mean, the ball bounced right there. That could have been a fumble. I don't know if the coach is gonna say, "Good job, attaboy, don't do that again."
I don't know. He's the one that ran the ball back for a touchdown on the kickoff. So I see now why he talks about being quick twitch, because he had 3 guys around him. I don't think they got a finger on him.
Yeah, I don't either.
Until he got to the sideline. So that's impressive.
So Enterprise will take over on their own 34-yard line. 1st and 10, 9:10 left before the half. Scores 14-7. Got a flag on the field. Looked like a helmet got pulled off by the Auburn Tiger on the Enterprise. Number 21, that was Colson. Dalrymple got his helmet pulled off, so it's probably going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on that. But, you know, a nice little thing. He was very patient. Number 3 was very patient on that. I mean, you know, he let something develop and didn't, you know, try to commit too early.
He did a good job. And then kind of broke off to the left a little bit and didn't really go where the play was designed, but he made a good read. The defense over pursued to the left, and he cut back on them and made a nice gain. And then the penalty of the 15-yard just adds to it. So first time tonight, the Enterprise is in the side of the Auburn defense on their side of the field.
So there's 1st and 10 at the Auburn 46-yard line. Enterprise with their 2nd or 3rd first down, maybe.
Oh, no.
Man, that was a nice play by number 1. You know, and Auburn, again, bringing the heat I'm talking about. That was number 10, White Trexler, in the backfield in a hurry. You know, quarterback made a nice sidestep, and then he just kind of lost the handle on the ball and had to fall on it. So that's going to end up with about a 12-yard loss.
Yeah, the quarterback was looking on both sides as he was scrambling. So Auburn was doing a good job of putting the pressure on him. And I know he just dropped it, but the defense of the pressure actually caused the fumble. And luckily, Enterprise got it back for a long second, probably over 20 yards.
Auburn playing a little bit back now, expecting a pass. So the Wildcats trying to test the outsides, but Tigers are staying at home. Turning back inside, and that's for no gain. That's 3rd down, and again, about a 22 yards to get a first down.
Nice tackle by Jordan Reese. I think they're trying to keep Auburn in front of them. They don't want deep passes. As you can tell now, they've moved those secondary back a little bit. I would expect a deep shot maybe here for number 7. But they may end up trying to run the ball again and play field position, because the last 2 times that Enterprise has been on defense, they've held Auburn in check.
Just got one receiver on the far side. Got a whistle. Don't know exactly what's.
Looks like we may have an
equipment malfunction.
They're very particular about, could have had his knee pads were up over his knee, or they're not looking for blood on the uniform, so I'm not sure exactly what that was for.
Yeah, they tried a little rollout. The pressure was just too much again. Number 21, Mark Tolan, coming from the outside and pressuring the quarterback, and he threw it. Had a man kind of wide open, but he was not able to put anything zip on that ball, and it landed a little short. So it does bring out 4th down for the Enterprise Wildcats, and a long way to go first, so they're going to be punting it away. Fair catch called at the 20-yard line, so that's where Auburn Tigers will take over. Another nice punt, so by big number 63, booting it down there. So at least they got them back in their territory a little bit. 6:40 left in the second quarter, still a single touchdown difference between these two teams. So a good battle. Started out like we was going to score, and then everybody settled down and started playing a little bit of defense there, Mr. Kenny.
I think the nerves kind of get settled down a little bit. You know, big game. They've been looking for this. Everybody's heard about how good Auburn is. I think 2 years ago they played for the state championship and lost in the last minute. So Auburn's looked at one of those teams that you want to beat, and that's another step for Coach Blackman if he can pull this out. So these kids know that, and they want to bring the city some pride.
Oh, yeah, it'd be a huge feather in the cap, absolutely. So we got to run this number 5, Devon Williams again, trying it right straight up the middle. Got a whistle.
I believe we got a heat timeout. Or maybe not.
Clock ticking with 6:19 left before the half. Good defensive tackle there by the Enterprise Wildcats staying at home. Tried a little kind of like an end around, but they were not fooled.
Yeah, he did a great job of holding his position, holding his line. Came up, made the play. Looks like now we have a timeout. This may be the actual heat timeout we were talking about. Right now we've got a coach here that is considered Mr. Enterprise here in Coach Rhett Harrelson, who is the coach of the high school 2022 state championship team. He's like the man who walks around Enterprise. I mean, do you get free meals, Coach?
No free meals. Got to pay for the tickets at the football game. No, I'm kidding. No, I appreciate y'all having me up here.
I mean, I'm showing my age now because I remember when you used to come over to the Hoops Classic in Dothan and just dominate, just absolutely dominate there. And I read up on you and saw some very interesting stats. I didn't realize you're the leading scorer in 6A basketball.
I don't know if I still am or not, but I know at one time I think that was a deal. But yeah, it doesn't feel like too long ago playing in the Hoops Classics and actually lacing them up and playing. But yeah, now on the other side of things, coaching it.
Yeah, so tell me about, after the 6 months, what you have time to think back about what you've done when you completed it. How's it been the last 6 months for you?
Overwhelming at times. Just the support, community, the love. It's been truly unbelievable. What you know, how proud everyone is of us, and how proud I am. I know it's something I'll never forget, something our players will never forget, but at the same time, it's kind of funny, you know, that was last year, and we've already started a new school year, new team, you know, building with a new team, so it's a weird dynamic in terms of, you know, we're proud of what we did, and we certainly remember it, and we'll always remember it. But it's kind of time to turn the page and get started for this next year.
Well, that's awesome. Looks like we have a holding penalty on Auburn here that will move them back half the distance. Now, a lot of folks may not know, but the year before that, you played in the championship game as well. Fell a little short, but you pulled it over the line this time and pulled it through. One of the players, Trey Killerman, actually hit a game-winning shot with like less than 2 seconds left. So how do you get your team back up to that level, not getting too big-headed as this season comes in?
Well, everything I've been telling them, what I told them over the summer, we made it to the state championship game 2 years ago and got beat. And, we were hungry, wanted to get back, and last year we did it. So if teams wanted to beat us last year, another flag down there at the 30, but, if teams wanted to beat us last year, they definitely going to want to beat us this coming year. So we know we got a target on our backs, and we just got to prepare like that, So I'm excited about the challenge. I think our guys didn't have a great summer, but they're out there focused on football right now. I'm out there just counting. There's 7 guys on the field right now that are playing basketball for us. So, pulling for them on the football field, and hopefully they make a deep run and I get them right there around Christmas.
That's right. Well, I know that you play a very athletic game and you play a lot of kids. You were more of a gritty guy. I mean, that's what I call you. I like the kind of kid you were, because you knew basketball with the angles, who to go, where the ball needs to go before you even get the ball. So how do you teach that to your kids and relay that to your players?
Skill work, skill development, mainly in the off season. But to be honest with you, a lot of what we do doesn't even have to do with the basketball. It's a mindset and a toughness. I mean, we have times in practice we call it a bubble. We put a bubble over the rim, and it makes it impossible for the ball to go through the net and go get the ball, go rebound, go offensive rebound, go defensive rebound. So a lot of what we do, we take a lot of pride in being tough. If you come to one of our practices, it looks like we ought to strap it up and and have shoulder pads and helmets on. But that's kind of who we want to be. We take pride in taking charges. Just a physical brand of basketball. So. A lot of what we do, work on the skill development and that aspect of the game, but a lot of it's the physicality and toughness that really doesn't require any skill. It's just a mindset thing.
Looks like that Auburn declined the holding penalty, which brings up 4th and 1. And again, number 5, Davion Williams for a first down, running behind that stout offensive line of Auburn. Brings that first down. We may have another flag here, which may be the Auburn players are pointing towards Enterprise. And it is offsides on Enterprise. So probably lined up in the neutral zone when the ball was hiked, which he got the first down anyway, so they'll probably decline it most likely, I would think, and take the yards. But maybe not. But I know last year, I believe you went and played in some holiday tournaments in North Alabama. Are we going to do that again, or are we going to try to stay closer around here?
We're going to stay more local this year. Not going to that tournament. It was a great tournament we went to, the Huntsville City Classic. Actually played James Clemens there, who we played again in the state championship game. So I think, definitely looking back, it was definitely worth it to be able to go up there kind of on the road. And get together as a team right there around Christmas, gel a little bit as a team, stay in a hotel, do some stuff together. But yeah, this year staying a little more local.
Well, that's good. Now, I would imagine the way that you coach, you would probably have your system in place starting in junior high, talking with the coaches and working on up. What are some things that you would encourage other coaches or give some advice, because obviously you coached somebody to a state championship. You know what you're doing. Okay, you may not want to say it, but I'll say it for you. You know what you're doing. So what advice would you give to coaches out there on getting to that next level that you did?
Ali, it's kind of hard for me, only doing this for 5 years, to be able to think about giving advice. I know one thing that I've done, though, every day since I got here 5-6 years ago is just treated every single day like the most important day ever. Today's an opportunity to get better, work as hard as I possibly can, and try and instill that in our kids for them to really work as hard as they can every day to get better, that much better every single day. So be where your feet are. That's what I've tried to do, and just trying to attack every single day, like, like it's the most important day.
Looks like Devin Williams with a nice run, about 16 yards, looking slow to get up. Might have a little tweak of the ankle, but Auburn got 160 kids on their team. I don't know if you knew that or not, so they probably got somebody else that can rotate right in, right behind him, most likely. But that's a big first down for Auburn with 3:04 left in the second quarter. I think if Auburn had their chance here, they would probably hold the ball to the very last end if I was them, because they probably don't want to kick it off to Mr. Michael Johnson.
Yeah, he's a weapon for sure. He's a weapon on that court for us, too. He great athlete.
I can only imagine that speed. Coach Blackman called him quick twitched.
He's definitely that.
Looks like a false start on the right side of the Auburn offensive line here. Do you have any teams that you have looking forward to playing this year that you're bringing in here or going off somewhere?
You know, we actually this year we got our gym floor redone, so we're doing a lot. I've been reaching out a lot, trying to get coaches in, trying to bring teams into Enterprise High School and play here. So we have a few more home games this year. I'm not gonna say there's anybody that we're looking forward to more than the other. I know our area is really tough. You got Dothan, Prattville, Jeff Davis, and Robert E. Lee, and they're all going to be just as good, if not better, this year. So, no, they're going to be really tough. We start the year off. We've got Thompson coming in November 10th, first game of the year here in Enterprise. So we're looking forward to that date and getting rolling.
Good deal. Well, Coach, I appreciate you stopping by. I know you don't think you're Mr. Enterprise, but you are. Congratulations on the big win last year, and hope for this year you can follow it up with another one.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you, Rhett. Thank you, bud. All right, guys, we got second and short coming up here for Auburn on a nice run by number 13, Clyde Pittman. We've got 1:43 with the clock ticking. Hand off to Deshaun Williams. Touchdown.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, great interview there. Great guy. He's definitely a friggin' great addition to the Enterprise coaching staff on the basketball. So, yeah, that Auburn Tiger O-line is just inserting their will, ain't they? I mean, they've opened up hole after hole after hole. Those big guys, they keep leaning on you, pushing on you, leaning on you, pushing on you, and just wear you down.
Yeah, they did. It's 4th and 1 on their own side of the field. I think it was around the 29-yard line. You're probably thinking, what are they doing with a line like they got and the trust they have in them? They got the first down and get to go down. You'll see a nice
watch this instant replay in this hole that he's got here. Hole. Nobody touches him. So, I mean, when you got that kind of blocking up front, man, that makes those running back lives, a lot easier. That's for sure.
Yeah, Tyler Flakes made a nice play there. Again, there's another redraw from the quarterback. He saw the gap, handed it off to Tyler. He shot the gap, was never touched. It's 21-7 with 1:30 left.
Yes, get some of those linemen some credit. I mean, 66, Clem Womack, number 70, Avery Ferris, 56, Hugh Boterford, 64, Jalen Foster. I mean, they are just, that last 4 or 5 plays, 6 plays, I mean, they really opened up some holes. I mean, you're talking not getting 1 and 2 yards. We're talking 4 and 5 yards. We want to definitely thank Tri-State Parking Lot Maintenance for our aerial view. And then for all your parking lot needs, seal coating, striping, they are the ones to call.
I would imagine they would try to keep it away from Michael Thompson with 1:30 left. Maybe a squib kick, maybe.
No, sir, it's a straight up boot away. He's going to take it, bob it a little bit at the 1-yard line. Had a nice seam there. He is finally tackled by the other number 13.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Filling the gap, and a nice big hit on the special teams for him. It was a good play, but it brings up good field position. You have, look like they're going to have it around their own 34-yard line, but you got to be careful here. You can't go 3 quick passes and give it right back to Auburn. So it's going to be one of those decisions where they're going to make it. They may just run out the clock, be happy with the 21-7. They do get the ball back to start the second half. So I wouldn't expect a whole lot out of Enterprise here.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they're going to get it back in the second half. They're going to go in there and regroup and try to, try something different. With 124 left, I mean, I don't see a bunch of long passes, quick outs right there. Got another flag on the play. He's going to have another false start maybe, or. Nope, got offsides.
Offsides on Auburn. Lining up again in the neutral zone. That makes coaches furious. Because those are type of penalties that can be prevented by just looking down at the line and looking over at the football and getting your feet set right. You want to get yelled at by a coach real quick, get a couple of those. I think we saw the guy go off the field. Number 54 was the one.
There's a lot of markers on that field to tell you where he's at. Handoff going to the right side. So that's number 7, Tyson Cole. Nope, I'm sorry, Mikael Johnson. And he's going to be stopped short. He's going to be second down and about 4 even after the penalty.
Nice tackle by Marcus Washington with 1:04 in the clock ticking. Brings up second and short.
Auburn Tigers are playing a little bit back just to make sure nothing gets behind them with a short clock. And there they went for a deep pass. And again, that was well covered, but it was not well thrown anyway. And probably a good thing. Stop the clock. Defense was right there on him, and I don't think that play would have developed anything anyway.
No, I don't think so either. But the one thing he did do was keep it where only the wide receiver could catch it. He was either going out of bounds. So I think that was a nice throw by the quarterback, just off a little bit, but didn't hurt them by no means.
No, that was a nice play by the cornerback, number 7, Andre Emilius. He was right there step for step. 48 seconds left till halftime. 21-7 here at Wildcat Stadium, Enterprise, Alabama. Bringing pressure up the middle.
It's going to be short, looks like. Nice tackle by number 12.
Looks like the marker's going to be right there. It's going to be close. Again, 39 seconds left into the half.
He gave him the first down, so that will stop the clock.
Oh, he had a man wide open too. He just threw it a little bit behind him. That would have been another first down. It was a quick throw out, quick pass, but it developed very quickly. And I think that's what they're going to have to do, staff like that, to keep that, Auburn Tiger defense honest, because, they've been in the backfield, but plays like that will keep them honest, and I think will help them a lot.
I think the wide receiver was expecting to go, and the quarterback was wanting him to stop because there's a big buffer there and just get the ball and get out of bounds, and they just weren't on the same page on that play.
Hayden White looked to the sideline for a change of play. That was a nice throw, but it's going to be out of bounds. Well, kind of, but, he didn't have a whole lot of that either. I think, again, the coach told him, he said, look, if our guys ain't get it, don't make sure they don't get it. I mean, it's only 21 seconds, but, a lot can happen in 21 seconds, Mr. Kenny.
They have 3 or 4 guys now back 15 yards. It's going to be hard to throw over the top of them. I would expect a slant to maybe number 7, Michael Johnson, something to that. Let him get in the field, makes things happen with his feet. Brings up 3rd and 10 with 21 seconds left. So I would expect for them to try to make a play to get a first down. If not, they'll probably punt it away and call it a day.
Another penetration in the backfield. They tried a little screen or so, but it just didn't work. Number 29 was in there, made a great stop, and just too many Auburn players around the ball.
Andrew King did a great job of staying in his spot. Looks like that's going to probably be the last play of the half.
You're right. That was the half play. I tell you what, a nice first half for the Auburn Tigers. Looked good on both sides of the ball. Enterprise had flashes of goodness and doing things right, and then they just kind of fell back a little bit, Mark.
They've got to come out after half and make a play and get on there 21-14. And so we'll go to our sponsors now and get you something to drink. Come back for the second half.
We got some of our sponsors, Clear to Close Group, for all your real estate needs. Harley Davidson's of Dothan. So, you know, with all your motorcycle and needs of deal. Southeast Help, leader in medical first aid. Call Bob, Be Cool, HVAC. Zach Slocum, some of the best food in this part of the country. Tyree Entertainment for all your entertainment needs. And our aerial coverage again from Tri-State Parking Lot Maintenance LLC, 24-hour service, making your place of business look even better. See y'all after the half. Come back and be with us for the rest of this game.
We want to make it clear
what comes first here.
At Southeast Health, we're improving quality
and keeping our patients safer.
with best practices and improved processes.
We're delivering safer care
and more satisfied patients.
As a result, our hospital earned an A for patient safety from Leapfrog,
An elite designation recognizing our high standards.
We made the commitment.
We earned the grade.
We did it for you.
Southeast, always the right direction.
Home. It's about making memories,
As we celebrate 45 years.
connecting,
Hope for better things for those in need.
feeling plugged in. For more than 7 decades, News 4 has been your hometown news leader.
From the Dothan High School auditorium.
Your connection to what's happening.
You can't get down the street.
And now, when it seems everything around us is changing, we're investing. So you can count on some things staying the same.
The threat is really with this line.
Like your most trusted source of local news, weather, and information.
This is a matter that really affects everyone.
It's still right here.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Taylor Pollock.
Because whenever you see this logo, you know what it's for. You know it's for you, your neighbors. You know it's for your home. It's News 4. Your hometown news leader.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Kerry McBride with Country Financial.
Tonight, the band will be performing their 2022 halftime show, which features the music of the Mamas and the Papas.
There's never been a better time to explore your career options, and you can start at WTVY.com/nowhiring. We want to connect employers across the Wiregrass with people just like you who have the passion and drive to do more than just earn a living, but make an impact. So whether you're thinking blue collar, white collar, indoor, outdoor, office, or remote, start exploring the openings local businesses have right here. Visit WTVY.com/nowhiring. Sponsored by Wayne Farms.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
We want to make it clear
what comes first here.
At Southeast Health, we're improving quality
and keeping our patients safer.
with best practices and improved processes.
We're delivering safer care
and more satisfied patients.
As a result, our hospital earned an A for patient safety from Leapfrog,
an elite designation recognizing our high standards.
We made the commitment.
We earned the grade.
We did it for you.
Southeast, always the right direction.
The Cochran Firm Camera Network. Forewarn Weather's exclusive network of high-definition live cameras look out across the Wiregrass. With camera positions in Enterprise, Ozark, Headland, Hartford, Dothan, and now our newest view coming atop the Cochran Firm's building on Dothan's Ross Clark Circle. It's one more way the most trusted team of meteorologists in the Wiregrass is keeping an eye on the weather, so we can keep our promises of giving you an early and accurate heads up when there are changes on the way. Sponsored by the Cochran Firm. Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Kerry McBride with Country Financial.
All right, Philip Gilly here along with Mark Kenny. Want to welcome you back. Thank you for hanging with us. Hope you had a nice little halftime break. Got you a little something to eat, a little something to drink. Mark, let's talk about that first half, buddy.
Well, Auburn came in and did what they said they were going to do, and that's just line it up and run it at you. Devion Williams has over 100 yards rushing with the total offense about 220 yards. So they've come in and done what they wanted to do. Defense has done well. They had one kickoff return from Enterprise has kept them in this ball game. But tell them how many yards they have total offense in the first half.
They got a total offense. If you take your passing minus your minus 19 running, 13 yards, Mark. So Enterprise has got some work to do to turn this around. The score don't dictate as far as it's been. I mean, 240 yards, 230 yards versus 13 yards. That's a pretty good variance right there.
Yeah, those stats were given to us by Bryant Pierce, young teenager here helping us out here today with that. And Enterprise gets the ball back. The good thing is they go down the field and score. It becomes a one-possession game. They're still in it. But the way their offense is going, they've got to do something on this drive. Got to do something. Got to do something to block that D-line of Auburn and turn around on the other side of the ball is block, and on their offensive line. So they're getting in the backfield way too much. Nice strong kickoff, and there was a big hit at about the 21-yard line. I believe that was number 14. Yeah, nice play on Mark Griffin. It's one thing they did was kick it away from Michael Johnson and gave it to Mark Griffin. So it did a great job of making a tackle. It'll be 1st and 10. Looks like to be about the 22-yard line from Enterprise. I would expect to see a little more of Aiden White in the second half to kind of get out and make some plays with his feet. He played wide receiver last year. I know a couple times he tried to get outside, couldn't get there, but I would see some set plays for him in the second half to kind of open up, hopefully, this offense.
I agree, and some quick outs, some quick plays, nothing that's going to take too long to develop because they just don't have the time. Well, Auburn stacking them up again in there in their front. They tried the left side of that Auburn D-line, and there was a no-go. It's going to be still 2nd and 10.
Yeah. Nice play by that right side of the defensive line. Stood up the line, made a play on Amir, brings up a long second down.
Yeah, like
and Enterprise got to make some stuff here.
The defensive tackle, number 99, Jordan Reese, just stuffed that on the right side, and he's a big youngin'. Well, the quarterback was hit hard on the blitz, and he is, I believe, going to have the wind knocked out of him. Then he was able to get the ball off, but again, for 0 gain. And Auburn Tigers just up in the box, and they are daring Enterprise to throw the ball, and they are in there as quickly. Just a smothering defense.
Yeah, nice play by Clark, number 25 for Auburn. Played good position defense and had his man, and Aiden felt it.
He's a good-looking player. He is everywhere. They got to have a nose for the ball, that's for sure. A little bit more time on the quick out. Was tripped up. That was
nice play by number 43. Raymond Miogli brings up 4th and 5. Didn't quite get what they wanted. Now they're going to have to punt the ball back to Auburn, but hopefully their defense can hold them and keep them in this ball game. And I tell you, one of their better guys on this team who've kept them in this game is this kicker, number 63. He's done a great job on flipping the field and keeping Auburn on their side. He's done a great job, Mr. Bradley Rathburn.
Uh-oh, had a little fumble there. He's going to try to get as much as he can, and he is hit hard back in the original line of scrimmage. It was a bad snap, slow snap, and he didn't feel like he had time to get that off. So there's one of a big play that they did not need on the Enterprise Wildcats. That's going to put Auburn in fantastic field position at the Enterprise 23-yard line.
Yeah, nice play by number 19, Zay Ford. Looked like the punter kind of had his head up looking for the rush and dropped the ball. Wasn't a real bad snap, but Auburn kept pursuing and dropped him for a loss and brings up 1st and 10 from Enterprise's own 23.
We're at 9:25 left in the third quarter. Me and Mark was talking about earlier, that first half didn't take but about an hour. This 13 Clyde Pittman out with a quick throw out to number 9. That's Ian Nation. He was able to get almost 8 yards before he's stopped by the Enterprise Wildcats. So it'll be 1st and 2 at the Enterprise 15-yard line.
Nice tackle by Tyson Cole. Came up, made the stop.
There's a snap, but I think that's going to be on the offensive line right there.
Looked like the left side, number 70, moved first. He did. Got a false start. So brings up about 2nd and 7, which will help Enterprise here. I really have been impressed with this Auburn offense. It's like nothing bothers them. It doesn't matter if it's 2nd and 7, 2nd and 2. They're going to do what they do. Spread the field, hit the read option up the gut behind the center and that left side of the line. It doesn't matter. They do their game, and that's impressive to watch.
It is, and you know, I think they got a lot of confidence with Mr. Clyde Pittman, that senior quarterback, in being back there, charge of this offensive team. Had good penetration in the backfield right there by number 9 from Enterprise, stopping Clyde Pittman. It's going to be a fake handoff. It's going to be a quarterback run, but he maybe got back to line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Demarion Jones made a great play. Quarterback made the wrong read there. Holds on to him and gets a little help there at the end, but brings up a long 3rd and about 8 for Auburn.
Even for a field goal, this would be a great stop for Enterprise. Like you said earlier in the first half, they do not need to get behind anymore by points with this strong Auburn Tiger team. Nice tackle.
Number 17, Jordan Knight, made a great play in the back of the field for a loss, brings up 4th and 9. Now, the one thing Auburn does have is kickers. They have 2 of them. One that does just strictly extra points, and they have the other guy, Mr. Magoo, that's going to come in and make a kick. Looks like going to be about 39-yard kick, which is almost about the distance he kicked last week for the game winner against Hoover. So this is not a real big deal for him.
good foot there. That's right through the middle, Mr. Mark Kenny, and that's going to be another 3 points tacked on. So it's going to be 24-7 with Enterprise. But hey, Enterprise may do stop after a fumble on the punt, give the ball back at around the 20-yard line, and be able to hold them for a field goal. Yeah, coach has got to feel good about that.
Yeah, that was a great defensive stop for them. They had one really big play. They got down the field, but then they held on and pushed them back and held them to the field goal. Great leg from the kicker.
Yeah, that could have been from 59.
Oh, easily. Easily. But now Enterprise is going to get the ball, and they're going to have to do something on offense because they're just not getting the plays down the field, and the defense feels like they're not a threat to go over the top, so they're loading the box up and putting tons of pressure on the quarterback and the tailback and that offensive line.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they're going to have to do something. Not be able to run the ball so very much. Well, they haven't been able to get outside. Let's put it that way. You know, they've been trying to go up the middle, and they bounced outside maybe a couple times. But, you know, they had a couple of good wheel route passes that worked for them and stuff. So, but they can't go deep. It's going to have to be fast, quick passes to get that secondary of that Auburn Tiger defense backed up a little bit.
It was like Michael Johnson switched, but then the kicker saw that, and it's going to be a touchback. That's great awareness by the kicker. He looked up and saw that Michael Johnson and Amir had switched in the back, and he decided to kick it to the left instead of the right, which would be a touchback, which means Enterprise will get the ball at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he did not want a replay of that first half run back touchdown for about 80 yards. That gave Enterprise their only score as of right now. 7:10 left in the third quarter. Again, we're at Wildcat Stadium, Enterprise, Alabama. Auburn looking strong, winning this contest 24-7. Enterprise looking to put some more points on the board. They need to, trying to generate some offense. So hopefully they can do a little bit better on this series. Man, those linebackers is coming up strong, and once they see that run, I mean, they are. We're gonna have unsportsmanlike, I believe. We're gonna have all kind of flags thrown on this one.
Yeah, the coach there did a good job from Enterprise of getting his player off the field before it went too far.
Yeah. Coach on Enterprise side is wanting to get an ejection. Don't exactly see what happened while I was looking at the play. Didn't see it. It was happening on the sideline, on their sideline. So the striped gentlemen out there in charge are taking a big talk. Got some talking on the field, see a little pushing. Referee's gonna come in and get a handle on this.
Yeah, I think they're gonna call timeout and kind of tell coaches, pull them off the side. I think it was number.
All right, they're gonna settle this down, and we're gonna see what happens, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
Your community never stops moving. Neither do we. With the News 4 Now desk, you get the biggest stories now as they're happening. When severe weather threatens, the forewarned weather team is tracking it, keeping you ahead of the storm. News 4 is your hometown news leader because we're always working for you. Download our apps for every device and follow News 4 on your favorite platforms. News 4 Now, sponsored by Apex Janitorial.
We want to make it clear
what comes first here.
At Southeast Health, we're improving quality
and keeping our patients safer.
with best practices and improved processes.
We're delivering safer care
and more satisfied patients.
As a result, our hospital earned an A for patient safety from Leapfrog,
An elite designation recognizing our high standards.
We made the commitment.
We earned the grade.
We did it for you.
Southeast, always the right direction.
All right, Mr. Kenny, we got all kind of extracurricular activity. We've got a replay going. It was a shot. That altercation happened below the screen. There it is right there. You can see it right at the very, very bottom of the screen. It's like there was a punch thrown or extra pushing, and then it escalated from there. So they're trying to sort out. Somebody got ejected, and it was offsetting on the unsportsmanlike conduct thing. So we really don't know if both players that was involved in the altercation got ejected or just one. Still trying to wait to see if how that's getting sorted out by Mr. Whitehat. All right, personal foul, both sides. Look like both players are ejected on there. So, you know, look like there was some fist thrown. Whenever you get that level there, you're going to get ejected on there. You're pushing and you're shoving and all that stuff. I mean, you're going to get a personal foul. You know, sportsmanlike conduct, pushing out of bounds, that kind of thing. But when you go taking your helmet off and you start swinging, that's going to get you thrown out of the game every time.
And it's going to cost Enterprise and Auburn if both players, because you get a fine from AHSA. And you have to take a class on sportsmanship and things. And hopefully, you know, you get caught in the heat of the moment sometimes. And it was off the play, and they've probably been talking the whole game. And things just kind of went out of hand, and sometimes that happens. But it looks like the referees did a good job of getting it settled, and looks like we're about ready to go. Brings up about second and about 12, looks like.
The ball is on the 17-yard line, 7:01 left in the third quarter. Hopefully both coaches had a chance to talk to the players and say, hey, Leon, let's play some football. Only football.
No, he's wide open.
Wide open down. Well, there's your big play that you needed from Enterprise to bring this ball game back within reach for them. So fantastic throw. Finally had enough time to get a long throw. So it was to number 7. That was
Michael Johnson. 84-yard touchdown pass. Much needed for Enterprise. When the ball was in the air, you could hear the stands just get the, oh, they saw it. He got behind the defense, and once he caught it, was nobody catching him.
Yeah, again, number 1 quarterback, Aiden White, finally had a little bit of time to throw the ball. Here's your Be Cool call by PAT. Kick is up, and it is good. So that brings us to 24-14 with 6:35 left in the third quarter, and some life and a little bit of energy, a lot of energy back in that Enterprise sideline there, Mark.
Yeah, that was much needed for them. Hopefully this would get the defense back. You know, they'd had a good hold last time. Kick it off, keep them down, get the ball back again. I think you're going to have to do a lot of that, because I don't think you're going to be able to run on them between the tackles. You're going to have to do some quick passes outside and go over the top and use Johnson's speed, because when he gets in the open, there's nobody on Auburn that can catch him.
Absolutely.
That's impressive.
Just had a replay, and you can see that speed. Once he caught it, he made a little cut towards the corner, and he was gone.
I think you see why all the coaches really are excited about Michael Johnson, because he keeps making plays like that. You'll see him in the SEC most likely. He has that type of elite speed.
The Wildcats set to kick off. Well, that was number 3, Logan Blomeyer, and he was all over the field making circles, but he did end up with a pretty nice return. You know, caught the 20, so 25-yard, 24-yard return, and the Wildcats will take over at their own 34-yard line.
A nice tackle by Eric Winters there. Looked a little bit like backyard ball. He went to the left and kind of did a circle, came back and got down, but it was a great play by the runner, and then brings up 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line for Auburn.
Yep. And I think I said Wildcat, I meant the Tigers. 2 cats give me. Also, interesting little play. We do have a quarterback change. I just noticed that. Number 11, Davis Harson, is coming in relief of Clyde Pittman, giving him a little rest. Did a little rollout, a little quick pass, a little dump pass there, and it was tackled pretty quickly. But we do have another penalty flag on the turf. Look like it's going to be another unsportsmanlike conduct, doing some.
It was a nice stop by Tyson Cole.
And look, it's probably going to be against Enterprise.
It's going to be part of the game that you need to really keep your temper in check, because you got yourself back into a 10-point ball game, and you can't give them 15 yards, free yards down the field after you just made a great defense. So Enterprises, I know they're excited to be back, but they need to make sure they get that right and keep it in check. Looks like we have a heat timeout now from the officials. So.
All right, that's that heat timeout we was talking about earlier. They're supposed to call it after the first dead ball coming up on the 6-minute mark, which we're at 6:06 left into the third quarter. So while timeout's going on, we're going to take a little break, and y'all come back. This one's got a little closer.
Farmers, they've influenced life in the Wiregrass for generations and play an important role in our local economy. We feel the pride this community has in its agricultural heritage. Watch as we celebrate farmers in our News 4 series, Proud to be a Farmer, on the third Monday of every month during News 4 This Morning, and on demand at WTVY.com and the WTVY News 4 app for your favorite mobile or streaming device. News 4's Proud to be a Farmer series is sponsored by Alabama Ag Credit.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
All right, 6:06 left here in this third quarter. Appreciate you hanging with us. And, look like this ball game might get out of hand, but with a huge pass, about 84 yards or so, a touchdown pass. Got these Enterprise Wildcats back in this game. Did have a penalty right there, which they don't need. Got to stay under control because they're in within 10 points. And, we still got lots of ball game left here tonight. So hopefully Enterprise can settle down a little bit.
Devin Williams back in the ball game with a nice run. About 20 yards. He kind of tweaked that ankle going out the first half. I didn't know if he'd be back, but he is, and looks like he's not showing any ill effects from that twisted ankle.
No, he sure doesn't. I tell you what, he turned the corner on that one, and he's got some motor wheels on him too.
If the name Harsin rings the bell with you, that's because it's the head football coach of Auburn University's son, David. He is the backup quarterback for Auburn High School, and he's in the ball game right now. He's a junior. He does play. He played last week against Hoover, but pretty highly recruited quarterback, and they expect big things out of him.
Yeah, as you can say, he's got a good arm. I mean, that was up and out of his hands in a hurry, and got about 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, nice pass to number 3. Did a great job. Logan Blomiar did a great job. Brings about 2nd and 5.
Little option run there, and Enterprise read that well. Stayed at home and brought Mr. Harsin down for a loss.
And
watch this replay here. Watch him blow up on that right side.
Had 2 guys. Marzavius Reed, number 24, did a great job. Number 9 as well was there. Demarion Jones did a great job keeping back. David Harsin need to do a better job of handing that ball off. He didn't read that quite right. Great play by the Enterprise defense. Brings up 3rd and long. Looks like about 3rd and 11 with 4:18 left to go in the third quarter.
Well, quick slant pass over the middle, and thank goodness number 1 held on, because if not, he was going to go a long way, but he did, so it's going to bring up 4th down.
Keon Dunlap made a great play. I would imagine we would go for it here with that offense of line that they have. They may kick it, but I'd be shocked if they don't go for it here. And I think right now they're talking about that, and it looks like they are going to go for it, because the way their defense has been playing, they can do this and make this risk.
Yeah, number 9, Ian Nation, with that reception. And again, if he's not brought down from behind, he's going to take it a long way. So 4th down and 4. Enterprise fans are fired up, making some noise, hoping for a stop. And it was incomplete. So referee on the far side, the pass was number 81. That's the big tight end on that side. And Griffin McLean. But the fall was a little bit outside, and I think when he hit the turf, he didn't have control of it, Mark.
You know, one thing I do like there is you got your backup quarterback, and you're going for it in 4th and 4. That's telling your team, regardless who's in there, we're going here to make the plays. That step-up person next mentality was shown by the coach, and it was just a little bit out of the reach. The Auburn coaches thought he pulled it in, but the official thought otherwise. But a big stop for Enterprise brings up 1st and 10 now from about their own 27.
Yeah, give officials credit now. He was on top of it. He was within, 2 yards of the play, turned around and looked at it, so it wasn't like he was out of position. So Wildcat Nation's fired up, getting the ball back at their own 21-yard line.
Oh, nice cutback. Great job by number 3. Took a big hit there for number 29. Did a great job.
Yeah, Amari Griffin, man, I tell you what, headed in, there was nothing where the play was designed. He cut back. Quarterback made a great back block for him to free him up for that huge gain.
Nice tackle, number 29, Justin McClendon there. Brings up 1st and 10.
Got another over the top, tried for a pass play, did have protection again. A lot of the fans were wanting a hold on that, saying that there was a little bit of jersey pulling on that play, because that stopped him from making separation right there. And I got to kind of agree. There was a little bit of a down low jersey holding right there.
Well, the one thing you can say, though, this whole game, they've let the defensive backs and wide receivers hand fight. So they are letting them play a little bit. I know Enterprise sideline, it was on their side of the field, and it did look like he had that jersey like he was beat. Number 5 had him, but he brings up 2nd and 10.
2:54 left in this 3rd quarter, 24-14. Auburn Tigers in the lead at Wildcat Stadium, Enterprise, Alabama. So that's going to gain about 3 yards. That was
that's Michael Johnson
Michael
again.
Johnson, number 7, yep.
Number 25 made a play again. He's been there all night. Clark Cleveland, he's been their bell cow. He gets in there and he knocks it out every time. The great middle linebacker doing a great job. Brings up about 3rd down and about 7.
I'll tell you what, I like that number 7, Michael. He's a gritty player. Not huge, but he's hard to bring down. 3rd and 7, big play for the Wildcats here. Looking deep again. He did have a man. He did get separation, but the ball was just overthrown by several yards. But a good throw would have been, down there about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a nice pass. Number 5, Trey Killerman. That's the one I talked with Coach Rhett Harrison about. That's the guy that made the big shot for the basketball team last year to win the state championship. And he got some separation, just a little bit overthrown, but I thought it was a good try and a good shot by the Enterprise offense.
Yeah, Trey's a big kid, 6'3", 185. So that's a big target, and he's got speed. So Enterprise is going to have to punt it away. Auburn is got a man there set to receive the punt at about the 25-yard line.
Well, number 63 is not back.
I don't know what's going on right there. I think it looked like maybe they're thinking it was going to be a fake punt. Seen the receiver, number 9, pull way up. Coach is telling him, come up. So, I think the Wildcats is going to try to kind of fake him a little bit.
Enterprise called there. I'm not sure number 7. That's not Michael Johnson. That's the other number 7 on the team. Enterprise
called the
that. I guess they didn't like what they saw. Maybe Auburn had set up their defense to go. Maybe it was supposed to be a fake punt, or I'm not sure exactly. But number 7, Tyson Cole was back to punt instead of the normal 63, who's been punting all night. They've done a great job of pinning Enterprise back. I'm sorry, pinning Auburn back from Enterprise.
Yeah, I think that's going to try a little bit of some kind of trickeration right there. 2:07 left in the third quarter. Auburn defense playing strong. They did have a couple big plays, 2 big plays, as a matter of fact, that both scores came from. They had a run back on the kickoff and then a 84-yard pass. So they haven't really ground the ball out. They just had 2 big plays that their scores come from. And there it is. And he caught it. I believe that is going to be a reception for a first down on a 4th down play. Big call right there. Great execution. And the Enterprise Nation are on their feet.
Yeah, nice catch by Samuel Whitaker, going to his knees and getting in on the field of play. Number 1 looked like he came up a little short after that play for Enterprise, but that looked really good. Nice play. Michael Johnson can throw it as well from quarterback. So big first down. I like the risk going for it there because you're 10 points down. You've got to make something play, and big plays like this will help get that confidence back for the Enterprise offense.
I love the play because, you call timeout and look like you're going to trick. So usually when you think you're going to trick, you go back, you go ahead and punt it, but they did another trick, so they kind of double tricked them. 1st and 10 at the Tiger 38-yard line. Well, the Tiger defense said, you ain't going nowhere this time. You might have got a first down, but you're going to be losing a little ground on coming up second.
Yeah, that's a nice stop there by number 14. Did a great job of coming up. Cade Rayburn made a play for a loss of, looks like about 1, which brings up 2nd and 11 now for Enterprise.
Man, how big will the score be here, Mark?
Yeah, it's going to the 4th quarter.
Going to the 4th quarter, got 40 seconds left in the 3rd. You could score right here or early in the 4th quarter. Wow, make it a 3-point game. Nice fake, looking downfield.
Guess who?
And what did we just say? How big would that be, huh?
Mr. Michael Johnson again. He does it all.
I tell you, I told you I like that player. He is a gritty player. And as I just got out of my mouth, what kind of difference this would make before in the 4th quarter. And there it is. So it's going to be 20-24 with 23 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And this Enterprise team is not back down one bit after that big first half by Auburn. They have come back and going to make, this PAT, that makes it a 3-point ball game with a full quarter left to play.
Yeah, they even rolled the safety over the top of him to double team it. And he went out left in the flats, and once he got it, nobody can catch him. That's
Here's a big cool PAT, and it is going to be good. With that being said, Enterprise fans are fired up on their feet, clapping 21-24 at the look like it was a very lopsided, especially if you're looking at the the stats. But I tell you what, they ain't looked at no stats.
And it looks like we may have a flag on the field after the PAT. Not sure what this is for. May have been some extracurricular activity after the play. Personal foul on Auburn. So they will definitely have a good kicking off from, I believe it will be the 45.
Yeah, I think you're right.
From on Auburn's side when they kick off. With that catch, Michael Johnson goes over 130 yards. Receiving yards, tack on the long kickoff return, and he's over 200 total yards himself in this ball game with that throw as well. Aiden White, the quarterback, has over 130 as well.
Tell you what, he stepped up, and, you know, kudos to Aiden White. I mean, that first quarter, he did not look comfortable. First half, he didn't. He was, you know, had happy feet. The balls he threw were not crisp. They were kind of wobbling in the air. But he's really turned it on the second half, especially this third quarter. I mean, his throws have been on. He looks a lot more confident. And I think the offensive line is, you know, they may have had a big talk. Say, look, you got to help me. You got to protect me a little bit. And they have.
Yeah, they did a good job. Team's fired up. The band's fired up. They're ready to go. 23 seconds left. Number 63 is back in the ball game. Looks like it's going to be a touchback. In high school, it doesn't matter. You cannot bring the ball out. So as soon as it crosses the goal line, it's a touchback. So Auburn will be starting at their own 20-yard line. You know, I really like coming to these high school games. Some of the best parts about the game are the bands.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that just changes the whole atmosphere when you got two bands going back and forth.
Oh, absolutely.
And the three-point ball game, most likely going to the fourth quarter. I'm excited about this fourth quarter coming up.
We do have just 23 seconds left in this third quarter. Auburn taking possession at their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Clyde Pittman back in the game in quarterback. He fakes the throw and takes off running. He's going to get about 6 yards on the run. We do have a man down.
Number 10 there, I think, is the guy.
Have 2 men down. I'm pretty sure both of them are going to be cramps.
Yeah. Looks like number 7. Tyson Cole is the one that's maybe cramping. Good play there. Brings up 2nd and 5. It was a good read by Pippen to come back in, and he's back in the ball game and felt some pressure and got some yards out of a looked to be nothing. So that was a good job by him.
Yeah, I don't think, you know, Davis Harsin did anything wrong when he was in there, QB and whatever, but I think they just want that senior confidence, that senior experience in here. With the game this close, it's gotten this close now, I think Coach says, look here, let's get my man that's in there, that's been there, done that many times. And he is a very confident quarterback.
I think both guys are okay. I believe both of them look to be cramping up a little bit. It's kind of muggy out here tonight. Been a quick first half, but this second half has been a little bit longer. But the good thing about both of these teams is neither one of them really play both ways. When I say that, both sides of the teams, they have enough players to play both. That's helpful when it comes to the cramping issues as the game goes on.
Don't know if we probably ain't going to get this playoff here until we go to the fourth quarter. We are not. So that's going to end the third quarter. We're going to switch sides of the field. And that's going to be, everybody's got the four fingers up. And we got our 4 fingers up, and you bring your 4 fingers back to the game.
We want to make it clear
what comes first here.
At Southeast Health, we're improving quality
and keeping our patients safer.
with best practices and improved processes.
We're delivering safer care
and more satisfied patients.
As a result, our hospital earned an A for patient safety from Leapfrog,
An elite designation recognizing our high standards.
We made the commitment.
We earned the grade.
We did it for you.
Southeast, always the right direction.
Better morning start with News 4.
Thank you so much for starting your day with us. I'm Justin McNelly.
And I'm Kinsley Centers. This is News 4 this morning.
Helping you plan your day.
With forewarned weather.
Wake up with us tomorrow morning with everything you need to start your day.
Covering the wiregrass all morning long. Even some fun along the way.
Get up to speed. News 4, your hometown news leader all morning long. Start your day with Kinsley, Justin, and Amber on News 4 this morning.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Carrie McBride with Country Financial.
All All right, welcome back. We have just started this fourth quarter, had one play. It was 2nd and 4, now it's 3rd and 1. With the Auburn Tigers with the ball, Enterprise trying to make another stop. Again, you probably heard at the break, just moving the ball, the Enterprise fans getting fired. They probably heard them at your house.
Yeah.
So they are
Big
ready.
hit.
That's a big stop right there, bringing up 4th down, 2. Auburn is, they're back in their territory. 3-point ball game. I think they're going to
look to be going for it. It's a nice big hit by number 24. Marzavius Reed came up and made a big tackle, didn't prevent him to getting that extra yard, but they are going for it for, looks like a little less than 1 yard on 4th down.
Man, what a big stop this would be. Enterprise all up in the box. All right, forward progress. He's going to get the 1st down by far. They're still fighting over the ball after the whistle. There's no reason for that. Once the whistle blown, the play is dead. So let's not get into this. It's been too good of a game. That is going to give the Auburn Tigers the 1st down. Thank you. Cooler heads did prevail right there.
And it looked like the actual teammates came up and they were pulling players off of the pile of their own teammates and trying to tell them, hey, don't go too far with this. But they just load the box up and really had 10 blockers for number 1. Devon Williams came in. Looked like something Notre Dame did back in the 40s. When you look at the wishbone, they just lined up and ran right down the gut. Got about 2 yards for the 1st down.
Clyde Pittman with a nice throw, quick throw out to his big tight end, number 81. So that was a nice play to gain about 7 yards. Very, very safe play. Number 81, Griffin McLean, with the sure hands on that. He's a good-looking player.
Yeah, that was a good job. And one thing you noticed on the play clock, they're letting it run down. They're getting that clock. They're not hiking as quick as they did in the first half. They're letting the clock get down a little bit on the play clock and bleed this. I would imagine Coach Etheridge would like a good 5-6 minute drive right here for Auburn.
Look like it's going to be another 1st down for Auburn. Number 5, Devon Williams again carrying the load. As you said before, he don't look like that little tweak he had on his ankle has got anything to do with his movement now in this 2nd quarter. Again, 9:38 left in the 4th quarter. Auburn with another 1st down. Enterprise needing a stop.
Yeah, that was a good play by number 87. Did a great job. Leighton Smith came up and made a play, but he did get a 1st down.
That's a nice, again, another quick pass. These are quick passes. They in a whole lot of danger to get interceptions. That was to number 3, Logan Blomeyer, and he looked like he's going to get another 6 or 7 yards on that. Great blocking downfield as well.
Yeah, just a little dig route going across the field. Safe route. Then let your wide receivers make the moves, make the plays. Looks like we may have a flag on the play. Personal foul on Enterprise. Tripping, looks like. So he may have tripped the wide receiver, which will move the ball another 15 yards after the catch.
Those 2 or 3 1st downs quieten down this crowd a little bit too, Mark.
Yeah, when you do these slow drives, it does. It drains them out. It gets them quiet real quick. And methodically, they move.
Yeah, it kind of takes the energy out of everything, too, when they do. When you just grind and you get 7 yards, you get 3 yards, you get 1st down, and then another 2 or 3 plays first. And like I say, you just run the time off that clock.
Like a fumble. Enterprise says they got it.
Wow, what a big play. The defense coming up big. Number 5, Devon Williams had a big gain, like about a 15-yard gain, was hit hard at the Enterprise 20-yard line, and he coughed it up.
Look like number 6, John Tavius Wooten, is the one who got after the fumble.
We're going to watch this replay here and see exactly what happened. It was a nice handoff. It was a nice play. He had lots of room, had blockers out front, big hole. He gets hit and look like somebody dragged, like a number 7 that actually pulled the ball, stripped the ball from his arm.
Yeah, that's Tyson Cole, number 7. There's got 2 number 7s on this team, offense and defense.
Yeah.
Tyson plays defense. Did a great job of stripping it. And John Tavis fell on the ball. That's a huge turnover now with 8:54 left, and you got a chance to go up now.
Yeah, thank you for the camera work on that. They was spot on that. It was great camera work. It's a handoff on the right side. May have picked up. No, back to the line of scrimmage. So Enterprise with that fumble recovery, I mean on the 20-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Great job of number 21 coming up, making the play. Mark Tolan, defensive end. This defensive line has been stout, except for maybe 1 or 2 breakouts they've had. They've pretty much held the Enterprise's rushing attack real well tonight.
Well, the first half they held the negative, so
I think we
got
had too
some
many
kind of
folks
movement.
moving. Yeah, that just absolutely kills you. You got momentum on your side, the crowd's into it, the big turnover, and you make a pre-snap penalty to make it back 2nd and 15, and you're already having a hard time moving on them anyway. And this just going to put pressure back on your offense, and hopefully they can hold up here because they're.
Yeah, again, that just drives coaches crazy, especially at this part of the ball game. Only down by 3. Yeah, need to get a score against a tough defense, and you make a mental error. It's just frustrating, I'm sure.
About to run out of time here. Got it off though. '21 again. Mark Tolan stayed in his position, stayed home, made a nice play. That's just a well-coached ball team that can do that. Aiden White's got good field ahead of him if he gets past him, but number 21 did a great job in holding it. Brings up a long 3rd and looks to be about 12.
That's trying to hard count, draw the Auburn defense offside, but they stay true. Trying to get a little free yards.
Number 7's on the hash. I imagine we're going to probably get the ball in his hands most likely, I would think.
Got another false start. The Enterprise Wildcats are right in front of the band for Auburn, and they are playing loud, so it's making it hard for them to hear a little bit. But still, though, still got to watch the ball.
Yeah, those pre-snaps are killing him. Looked like the left guard had just left a little bit early. And Enterprise is putting himself in a bad situation, these long 3rd and longs. I would expect to see a draw here, most likely. Doesn't do anything crazy. And it was a draw to Mikael Johnson, number 7. Nice tackle by Auburn.
Yeah, that's going to bring them up 4th and a long 15. They're going to have to punt. It's going to give the Auburn Tigers great field position with 6:20 and counting left in this 4th quarter.
Looks like we got our heat timeout for the game. It's going to be probably the most crucial set of downs coming up for Enterprise after this kick. They need to keep this to a 1-possession game. Cannot let Auburn just grind it out on you and run the clock out, which they're more than capable of doing. So I would imagine you're going to see a lot of pressure from the Enterprise defense. And I think if you think about it, with Coach Blackman, if you ask him, if you had 6 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter, it's a 3-point game, how would you feel you played? And I think he probably would say that's great. But he definitely sees some improvement. Definitely the pre-snap kills, it killed him on that last drive alone. But they've had some before. But I do see where they are stepping up against one of the premier teams in the 7A, and Enterprise has held their own tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I know he's very disappointed with that big turnover and not being able to capitalize on that, and get some positive points out of it, or even some positive plays. Again, the penalties really hurt him, but You know, again, they're going to have to make a big stop on Auburn. Auburn's going to have great field position. Auburn receivers at about midfield. The Enterprise punter is in his own end zone.
He's had a good night so far, so hopefully number 63's got another one inning. He's done a great job of kicking tonight.
Bradley Rathburn back to punt.
Enterprise is pointing Auburn's pointing to Enterprise. We've got a flag on the opposite side of the field. Not sure what that is. Same thing. It's interesting where that flag came from. That came on the other side of the field on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's going to move them back within inside their own 10-yard line. That's going to put Bradley Rathburn back almost out of the end zone. So he's going to have to get this ball off quick. They came for it. Not a bad punt at all. Got a good roll. Going to get past midfield. Very good punt. And he had pressure, so kudos to the punter.
That's about a 51-yard kick from Bradley Rathburn. He did a great job there and gave his defense a chance to hold him here and get his team, get Auburn off the field and give Enterprise a chance to tie it or possibly pull it out right here.
So about 5:59 left into the game is over with. You know, another big play wouldn't hurt at all. You know, so but don't count. You can't count on a fumble or interception. But again, you're going to have to put a little bit of pressure on Mr. Clyde Pittman.
I think Mr. Davion Williams, you're going to see a lot of him, or it's going to be a quarterback keeper. I don't think they'll throw it much. And
there's Mr. Williams, and he's got another big gain. He has got some super speed. So, you know, just good blocking, good cut outside, you know. Going to the left side off the tackle. And he sees a hole, just cuts it out, turns on the jets, gets the first down to the Enterprise 40-yard line.
I think you're going to see a lot of that the last 53 here. They're going to rely on that offensive line. The strength of the team that the coach said was probably one of the best ones he's ever had. I know I would as a coach. Utilize number 5. He is having a huge night, had over 100 yards at halftime, and he just continues to add on it on every play.
Yeah, that's going to be a TD there. Ain't going to catch him. Maybe got the angle. Oh, that's close down to the 1-yard line maybe. Got a flag, though. Believe this one may be coming back. Probably going to be holding on the Tigers. There we go. It was a nice play, though. The tight end pull, big tight end number 81, pulled around, so he was the lead blocker. Number 5 was following him down there, but somebody had a hold on a jersey, I believe.
Well, it looked like number 64 from Auburn was pleading his case to the referee, so he's most likely the guilty. Normally the ones who's talking to the referees.
So let's watch this replay here. So you got a love blocking down here. That's number 81 blocking. Number 5 had the angle and got him out of bounds, but it would have been out about a half-yard line if that holding call hadn't negated that. But it was a nice-looking play other than that. So that's first at about 17. 47. Another one of those quick throws, very safe. You know, the only person that catch it was his tight end. You know, so Griffin McLean. So it's a great play and getting a little bit of yards back.
And again, he stayed in bounds, went down, clock still moving. Clock is their friend right now. With about 5:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Brings up about second, and it looks like about 14.
Now you see everybody standing up watching that clock, play clock, let it move down a little bit. Very nice. There you go, your senior quarterback, Clyde Pittman, you know, showing poise, you know, throwing good passes, out passes, safe passes, and gaining, you know, all the way down to about the 35-yard line, 34-yard line, and give them a good chance at a first down.
And Andrew Purcell did a great job knocking him out, brings up short. 3rd and about 4. I would expect to see Mr. Williams here running behind the left side of that line. Maybe more than one time if they don't make it on 3rd down.
And there he goes, tight end blocking again. That's going to get a first down. He's running behind that big number 75, Mr. B. Joyner, at 6'3", 310 pounds on that left side.
Yeah, that's the Auburn commit. That's committed to Auburn. If they also bring the tight end in motion behind him, so they got, you know, he's got a fullback pretty much in front of him, and number 5 just falling behind his guys, doing a great job, and got a first down with 4:50 to go. Looks like it's 1st and goal. I'm sorry, 1st and 10 from the 30.
Yeah, once they set the chains, that clock starts back, so it's rolling. It's 4:36 and counting. Enterprise needing a big stop or a turnover. There's number 5, Devon Williams again, going to the right side.
Nice tackle by number 55. Preston Powell there coming in, brings up, looks to be about like 2nd and 5 coming up. But again, number 5 just chunking out the yard, just getting them little by little and making things happen for the Auburn offense. Changing up the plays here. The 17 on the play clock.
Devon Williams again at the middle. He's going to be close to a first down if he don't have it. He's going to have it. So that's going to get a new set of downs for this Auburn Tiger team. And again, using that big O-line and just moving and pushing forward.
Preston Powell with another nice stop, brings up 1st and 10. It looks to be from about the 18 of Enterprise. And this is exactly what Auburn wanted, to grind it out and make that clock continue to run with 3:30 left to go in the 4th quarter.
You know, Enterprises plays well. They really have. I mean, they've fought, but it's hard to win a game on just big plays, and that's all 3 of their scores have come on that. That's hard to do.
Nice play. Nice play by number 5. Eric Winters came up, brings up 2nd and about 8. They're going to need a couple more plays like that and make Auburn kick the field goal. I think if they cannot get it on 3rd down, I believe they will kick. Timeout here looks like it's going to be on Enterprise to stop the clock with 2:50 to go.
Yeah.
Here in the 4th quarter.
That number 5, Eric Winters, I mean, he's 6'2", 190 defensive back. He has played a heck of a game as well for Enterprise. So we got 2:50 left. It's a tall order for Enterprise if the Auburn Tigers score here again, and they look like, you know, they got a really fantastic field goal kicker. So it looks like they're probably going to get some kind of points today, but 3. Hopefully Enterprise can hold them to 3 points, or a missed field goal, or a blocked field goal, or a big play, and then give themselves a chance to come back and win this ball game late in the 4th quarter. We do have 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in this. It is a 3-point game at Wildcat Stadium, 24-21. Auburn was dominating the whole first half, and then Enterprise come back and started making plays. Quarterback made to Aiden White. Made some fantastic throws. Played tough, hung in there. So now they got about 2 minutes, 50 seconds to continue that hard play and hopefully have something turn their way.
Well, you got to imagine here, I think the Enterprise has 1 timeout left, it looks like, on the scoreboard. They want to hold in these next 2 plays and make them make a decision on kicking that field goal. Because I have a feeling if they get a first down, it's probably going to be ball game, and they can run the clock out. Yeah, most likely to end the ball game.
I agree, but if they get close to that first down marker, they probably more likely going to go for it. They feel that confident in the offensive line. Did he get the TD, reached out? It is a touchdown. And again, using number 81, again, I don't know if you saw it, tight end who went in motion right behind number 81, and that's a big body. He's 6'4", 215 pounds. And like you said, they almost using him as a blocking fullback, because they run him, and he's blocked for the last 4 plays. He's been who they run behind.
And I think the defense was expecting the run, to Davon Williams, so they were crashing on him, and they kicked it out. Number 81 kept going out wide, made a nice block on the edge, sealed the edge for him. Nice touchdown. Nice play call by the offensive coordinator from Auburn.
Absolutely. So let's go and bring the score with this Be Cool Bob HVAC extra point. It is good, 31. Moving forward. Watch this replay. Watch here, number 81 in motion. Watch him go ahead and seal. Watch this block he makes right here and gets him that open. All he did was push him a little bit out of the way, and it gave him, like Mark said, the seam to make it all the way to the end zone. Great job, great call, great execution, great coaching. That's all you can say.
Enterprise now, they're going to have to, being down by 10, they're going to have to just come out and go 2-minute mode and try to get down the field and spread the field. You know, the Auburn defense has done a great job of pinning their ears and coming back. You can expect it now. They're really fixing to pin their ears and come back and put pressure on Aiden White, the quarterback.
I think so. I think you're going to see your defensive back, your safeties pull back, and then, but I still think they're going to blitz one. Maybe, you know, number 25 has been in there so many times that, you know, they may have him blitzing a little bit just to keep them honest. Clark Cleveland. All right, good pursuit by the Wildcats, making sure that they don't get another touchdown off a kickoff, and that's going to stop them at the 25-yard line where they'll take over with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left. Losing by 10, like Mark said, they're going to have to do some quick scoring.
And this defensive line, who's been pretty impressive all night, I have a feeling you're fixing to see them just go straight for the quarterback every time. They're going to have to do a lot of quick passes or go deep. Now, the defense isn't really playing that deep back in prevent. They're coming up on the field, so up on the players.
You see Enterprise playing man-to-man, not zone. Nice play, nice get out of bounds. Excellent job right there of being aware of where you are on the field. That was number 5. Let's see, that's the other number 5. That's Trey Kimmerlin.
Yeah, he put his foot in the ground and made it to the out of bounds and made a nice gain and got out and stopped the clock with 2:28 left to go in the fourth quarter.
As the throw, it was out of bounds. Still wanting a pass interference, but that ball was pretty uncatchable as well. Again, he's trying to make sure that his player's the only one able to get that ball, but he needs to give him a chance. So, you know, that you still only got 2:22 left in the ball game, so give them a chance. You can do that in the first half or when you got lots of time, but you ain't got time.
Yeah, he just needs to let his players make a play for him. He's one-on-one. It's a nice read. Just put up a little more loft on the air and let number 5 go get it.
He's got pressure, as you said, the Tiger defense coming after him. And there's that number 25 we just talked about, Clark Cleveland, putting pressure, making him throw that ball, you know, with not very much accuracy.
They're doing a great job of putting pressure on him all night. And I would expect to continue to see this. Looks like now they're playing back a little more zone. The safeties are moving back in the secondary. So I think they can get enough pressure from the front forward that they don't have to necessarily blitz, which has caused problems.
It is 3rd and 10, Enterprise at their own 41-yard line, needing a desperate first down or touchdown. And this will be 4-down territory, absolutely. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in the ball game.
Just like that. What a play. Gonna be just
almost
short.
A touchdown. Oh my goodness, what a fantastic play. You know, nice, and give number 5 credit there, Mr. Trey Kimmerlin. I mean, he did a fantastic job eluding and just turning on the Jets. Enterprise not giving up. Tenacity. Fantastic. Good job, guys, on not laying down.
Yeah, Graham Young did a great job bringing him down before the goal line. But again, all he did was threw it up and let his wide receiver make a play and trusted his receiver. And Killerman did a great job and almost put it in with 2:05 left.
Yeah. I mean, Aiden White did a good job of evading the rush because they did was blitzing again and finding looking downfield with his eyes instead of taking off with his feet.
Tackled by a host of Tigers.
Auburn Tigers stood them up strong right there. Got back to original line of scrimmage, and that's at about the 2, maybe lost a yard on that big defensive line. Said you may get one, but it ain't going to be this time up the middle.
Well, they haven't really been a run up the middle the whole night. I don't know what they saw there, or they thought maybe they could catch them off guard. But, you know, the big boys on the D-line have done a great job.
And I know Enterprise wants to score here, but it's 132. They need to get a little bit more urgency in them.
Better call a timeout. Use that last timeout here. Better use that last timeout.
Yeah, they need to call that last timeout there. That was a little busted play there, and that's not what they needed.
I think they just took their last final timeout with 1:24 left.
So Enterprise takes their last timeout. It's going to talk it over and try. They definitely need this score. Got to have a touchdown. Field goal ain't going to do it. They ain't going to make a difference. So you need to, you know.
Well, it's a 2-possession score. So if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm doing a pass play here. If it's incomplete, fine. We kick a field goal. Kick a field goal, and then we do the onside kick and hope we get that back, and then we can do a Hail Mary to hopefully tie the ball game up.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're already back now to looks like about the 7-yard line. They've gone backwards about 5 yards in 2 plays. I would throw the ball and tell your quarterback, whatever we do not hold on to it. If anything, just throw it away. They have changed the rules in high school football this year that they don't have intentional grounding if it's called like in college.
Yes.
If you're outside the pocket, you can throw it out of bounds, or if you throw it near somebody, but it has to be across the line of scrimmage. So I would, I would try to hit the flagpole.
Yep.
Behind the end zone if I had to.
I would even give Aiden White, I would roll him out. He seems to be comfortable rolling out, and to give him the option. Okay, either pass or run.
Number 7 in motion, McKeevis Johnson.
There you go. They roll him out to the right. Looks back to the left. He throws, oh no. So he's going to throw an interception. So he was trying to get rid of the ball and not get a big sack back at the 25-yard line, but he didn't throw it far enough away, so had a big lineman there that was able to intercept, and that's the highlight of his.
Tell you what, that athletic play from that number 99, Jordan Reese, to lay out and catch the ball, that's impressive for a defensive lineman.
Yep. Jordan Reese, number 99.
That was a heck of a play. And Aiden was trying to do the right thing, try to throw the ball away. But you can see on the instant replay, he gets out, and look at that 99. I mean, there's some wide receivers don't make that play.
Yeah.
That's impressive for the big boy. He's got some things to talk about on the bus road back to Auburn.
Yeah, he does. He won't do that. Many times that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So, they was trying to take Aiden White and roll him, which I think was a good idea, but it was going to be a misdirection. They were going to roll him right and throw back left. And, it's too much pressure off that left side of that Auburn Tiger, and just he didn't have a chance to set his feet or get anything on that ball.
Yeah. Again, they've been pressuring him all night. Great job by Auburn. Aiden tried to do what was right. Guy from Auburn just made a better play. So that was impressive. But, it's a 10-point loss, and they were down on the 2-yard line with 1:20 left. So they had a chance. So I think Coach Blackman should be proud of his team. They really have come forward and made that next step. Now they just need to continue to improve. Don't take this as a bad thing. Take this as a learning experience, because you played a very good team tonight, and you went toe-to-toe with a good Auburn team who will probably be in the top 5 all year long.
Oh, yeah, I have no doubt. So Auburn's just going to take a knee and run that clock with 32 seconds left. Again, the Enterprise Wildcats ain't got nothing to hang their head on. You're talking about number two team in the state. They're coming in there, and you hung with them and had a chance to either tie. It really had a chance to win the game, because it was, 24, only a 3-point ball game late into the third quarter and into the fourth quarter. So, but great job by both teams. Great teams are coached extremely well, have great athletes. So we knew it was going to be a great contest, and it was. We appreciate all the listeners and viewers hanging in there with us and watching this game. Again, don't forget, we will be the Carroll Rehoboth game. Carroll at Rehoboth. It's going to be next Friday, so put it on your calendar. Don't forget to join us again. We'd love to have you. All right, we want to thank our sponsors, Clear to Close, all your real estate needs. Thank you. Harley Davidson of Dovison, ride to meet life. Don't wait for it. Southeast Health, always the right decision. And then also call Bob. Be cool. Call Bob for all your HVAC needs. Zach's Restaurant in Slocum, Alabama. It's the best food you can have. Tyree Entertainment for all your entertainment needs. Tri-State Parking Lot Maintenance, making your old business look even better. We want to also thank WTVY News 4, WTVY, and I want to thank Mr. Mark Kenny.
Yeah, we're going to thank to our crew. We couldn't do this without you guys. The producer, Jared Tyree. Director, Steve Pierce. Graphics, Bradley Roper. Audio, Alan Pierce. Replay, Broxton Gannon. Camera operators tonight are Hasty Wiggins, Keith Dovry, and Neil Simmons. Our truck technicians are Justin Pierce, Bryant Pierce, and Michael Pierce. Our spotters for me and Philip tonight were Jackie and Presley Kenny. I'm Mark Kenny alongside Philip Gilley. We'll be back with y'all next week in Rehoboth, Alabama. Thank you so much tonight. WTVY News Game of the Week. Good night, and God bless you.